Okay, so once again, this topic is all about facility planning. Now, what is facility planning in operation management? Of course, the facility managers are responsible for keeping facilities humming along smoothly. So it's a job that requires day-to-day oversight and the ability to adapt to changing facility needs. But more than that, FMs need the foresight to engage in a facility planning. So what is the meaning of facility planning? It's more than just keeping up with the demands of the workplace. Facility planning is about staying ahead of them. With a forward-looking mindset, facility managers can maximize space, improve the workplace experience, and keep costs low. It all starts by observing current trends and pinpointing the pivotal workplace needs. The best way to explain the need of facility planning within operations management is to look at it through the lens of fostering efficiency. So how can it create efficiency in the context of employees in their work, in budgeting, in cost planning, and space utilization and usage? At its core, facility planning is the tool that unlocks efficient operations management. To give us more idea about facility planning, let us all welcome Madam Natalie. Take it away, Madam.
Okay po. Hello po, magandang hapon po sa lahat. My name is Natalie Pernia and I'm about to report the facility planning. Here are some of the related topics to facility planning. Definition and objectives, significance of facility planning, engineering design process, important factors to evaluate facility plans, material handling checklist, principle of material handling, objectives of facility layout, and information gathering. So what is the definition of facility planning? It determines how an activity is tangible fixed assets best support in achieving the activity's objectives. So for example, ang objective ng manufacturing company is to support the production. Sa hospital, the objective is to provide medical health care to patients. In school, the objective is to provide education and knowledge for students. So what is facility? It can be broadly defined as something designed, built, installed, etc. to serve a specific function affording a convenience or service. For example, is the office buildings, hospitals, restaurants, educational facility or classroom, hotels, or etc. So here are the example of hierarchy of facility planning: facility location, facility design, structural design, layout design, and handling system design. So what is facility location? It is the placement of a facility with customers, suppliers, and other facilities where it interfaces. Facility design. It is an important component of a business overall operations, both in terms of maximizing the effectiveness of the production process and meeting the needs of employees. Structural design is the methodical investigation of stability, strength, and rigidity of structures. Layout design, it establishes the overall appearance and the relationships between the graphic elements to achieve a smooth flow of message and eye movement for maximum effectiveness or impact. Handling system design, it consists of discrete or continuous resources to move entities from one location to another. Significance of facility planning. So since 1955 daw po, approximately 8% of the gross national product is spent in new facilities in the US. So sabi po dito, it is estimated that 20 to 50% of operating costs within manufacturing are attributed to material handling. It is generally agreed that effective facilities planning can reduce material handling costs by 10 to 30%. What is the objectives of facility planning? It supports the organization's mission to improve material handling, materials control, and good housekeeping. It effectively utilizes people, equipment, space, and energy. It minimizes capital investment, be flexible and promote ease of maintenance, provide for employees safety and job satisfaction. The next po is engineering design process. Typically, design problems do not have well-defined, unique optimum solutions. We are interested in obtaining a satisfactory solution. General procedure for solving engineering design problems such as formulate the problem, analyze the problem, search for alternative solutions, evaluate the design alternatives, select the preferred design, and implement the design. So what is the application of engineering design process to facility planning? It defines the objective of the facility, specify quantitatively the products to be produced or service to be provided, specify the primary and support activities to be performed in accomplishing the objective. Requirements for primary activities includes operations, equipment, personnel, and material flows. It determines the interrelationships among all activities. Both qualitative and quantitative relationships should be defined. Determine the space requirements for all activities. These are determined considering the equipment, materials, and personnel requirements. It generates alternative facility plans, including alternative facility locations and alternative design for the facility. It evaluates alternative facility plans. It determines the important factors for each candidate plan, evaluate if and how those factors will affect the facility and its operations. Select a facility design. Cost may not be the only major considerations. Use the information in step 6 to determine a plan. Implement the facility design. Maintain and adapt the facility plan, and redefine the objective of the facility. Important factors to evaluate facility plans. In developing well-thought facilities design alternatives, it is important to look into issues such as layout characteristics, for example, is a total distance traveled, manufacturing floor visibility, overall aesthetics of the layout, ease of adding future business. The next one is the material handling requirements. It is used for the current material handling equipment, investment requirements on new equipment, space and people requirements. The next one is the unit load implied, space requirements, impact on material handling equipment. The next one is the storage strategies, space and people requirements, human factor risk, and the overall building impact, estimated cost of the alternatives, opportunities for new business. So what is material handling checklist? For example po, on material handling checklist, it is the material handling equipment more than 10 years old. Do you use a wide variety of makes and models which require a high spare parts inventory? Are equipment breakdowns the result of poor preventive maintenance? Do the lift trucks go too far for servicing? Are there excessive employee accidents due to manual handling of materials? Are materials weighing more than 50 pounds handled manually? Are there many handled tasks that require 2 or more employees? Are skilled employees wasting time handling materials? Does this material become congested at any point? Is production work delayed due to poorly scheduled delivery and removal of materials? Is high storage space being wasted? So these questions po is sufficient to reduce the production cost for facility planning. There are also 10 principles of material handling. Planning principle, standardization principle, work principle, ergonomic principle, unit load principle, space utilization, system principle, automation, environmental life cycle cost. So what is planning principle? All materials handling should be the result of a deliberate plan where the needs, performance objectives, and functional specification of the proposed methods are completely defined at the outset. The plan should be developed in consultation between the planners and all who will use and benefit from the equipment to be employed. The standardization principle, material handling methods, equipment, controls, and software should be standardized within the limits of achieving overall performance objectives and without sacrificing needed flexibility, modularity, and throughout. Standardization means less variety and customization in the methods and equipment employed. Work principle means material handling work should be minimized without sacrificing productivity or the level of service required of the operation. Ergonomic principle means human capabilities and limitations must be recognized and respected in the design of material handling tasks and equipment to ensure safe and effective operations. Ergonomic is the science that seeks to adapt work or working conditions to suit the abilities of the worker. Unit load principle. Unit loads shall be appropriately sized and configured in a way which achieves the material flow and inventory objectives at each stage in the supply chain. A unit load is one that can be stored or moved as a single entity at one time. Space utilization. Effective and efficient use must be made of all available space. Space in material handling is three-dimensional and therefore is counted as cubic space. System principle. Material movement and storage activities should be fully integrated to form a coordinated operational system that spans receiving, inspection, storage, production, assembly, packaging, utilizing, order selection, shipping, transformation, and the handling of returns. Automation. Material handling operations should be mechanized and or automated where feasible to improve operational efficiency, increase responsiveness, improve consistency and predictability, decrease operating costs, and eliminate repetitive or potentially unsafe manual labor. Environmental principle. Environmental impact and energy consumption should be considered as criteria when designing or selecting alternative equipment and material handling system. The last one is the life cycle cost principle. A throughout economic analysis should account for the entire life cycle of all material handling equipment and resulting system. Life cycle costs include all cash flow that occur between the time the first dollar is spent to plan or produce a new piece of equipment or to put in a place a new method. Until that method and or equipment is totally replaced, life cycle costs include capital investment, installation setup, and equipment programming, training, system testing, and acceptance, operating, maintenance, and repair, use value, and ultimate disposal. The objectives of facility layout is to minimize the investment in equipment, minimize production time, minimize material handling costs, maximize utilization of space, maintain flexibility of arrangement and operations, provide safety and comfort to employees. So sa facility planning ko, importante din ang information gathering, information about the product. So example po is the photographs about the product, information about process, information about schedule. Yun lang po, sir. Thank you po. Nasaan na? Hello po, rinig po ba ako?
Yes, thank you.
Ay, okay, ma'am. Salamat po. Kala ko nawala.
Okay, so to add on again for this discussion, again, based on the discussion of our presenter, no, as she mentioned earlier, that the capacity or the facility planning, I mean, is the main goal is to creating efficiency, right? So understanding the importance of facility planning means looking at efficiency. So again, the goal of facility planning is not to only recognize opportunities for efficiency, but to anticipate them as well. So alleviating inefficiencies within the workplace has rippling effects across the entire business. So again, an example for facility planning, recognizing workplace, no, or workspace, reviewing endeavors contract, no, reviewing occupancy data from the office, no, and of course, in this scenario and other like them, no, the emphasis is on facility planning. The need of facility planning is evident anytime there are recognized efficiency or areas of opportunity. So facility managers observe, understand, and act on the key areas to chart future improvement. So the goal is to optimize the different facets of business by making improvements to the one thing touching them all. Of course, the facilities. No, efficiency in planning and execution is critical. Okay, so again, it's the act of improving facilities to foster continuous success in the business. Your facilities touch every part of the business. Planning ahead to means looking thoroughly at facilities and how to improve them. So the need of facility planning is in operation management is invaluable. A core driver or betterment across the workplace and across the organization. Facility planning is like any other mode of planning. You plan for financial and hiring, product development and marketing. Why not facilities too? So facilities are the second largest cost behind employees. It makes sense to continuously plan for facility evolution, whether change is the result of the demand or careful observation. Thorough facilities planning ensures it comes to fruition. And that's it for facility planning.